Let's continue with this part modeling example based on a drawing I found on the internet. In part one, I created most of the features that add material to the model. In this video, we are going to remove a lot of material and throw in some fillets. And so I have my part with a section view displayed. That might help me a little bit for selecting what I need to cut away. Let me go to the main sketch in the model tree and then show it, the feature list. And for creating our first cut, I will go to the extrude tool. Let me change to remove material, and I will pick the face in the middle of the sketch that I just showed. Let me pan everything over so you can see. Let's make this depth. Let's change the direction to begin with, and then change the depth from blind to through all. And there we can see it cutting through. This looks great. Let me call it my main bore cut. And then hit the check mark. And so that goes through the model. Let's create another cut. Once again, I will go to the extrude tool. Let's change to remove. Then I'll grab the bigger annular face, and then let's flip the direction, and this is going to be a depth of 170 based on the drawing, and so that looks good. Let me call this the larger bore cut and hit the check mark, and so there we have that one. I no longer need the main sketch. Let me turn off its display. Let me turn off the origin too. I don't need that anymore in this video. Okay, now we need to go back to the vertical sketches and remove some material. So let's create another cut, and this is going to remove material. For the faces, let's see, that's going to be the inside of this, and we're getting a little bit of an issue because it's saying, hey, it's not going through anything. Well, let's change the depth to through all so that we can get rid of that issue, and we can see how it is going in that direction. Let's define a second end position and make it through all, so it goes up as well. And let's add in another face. Let's add in the middle of this face. That looks good. And let's call this the vertical cuts. I called it the vertical cylinder cuts. Let me hit the check mark. And so now that is out of the model. I no longer need to see the vertical sketch, so let me hide that from the feature list. And we also need a cut up at the top. So I need a sketch for that. I'm not going to create a hole. I'm going to use a sketch. Let's go to the sketch tool. And then for the sketch plane, one thing I've been doing a lot lately, let me hit the P key to turn on the display of our primary planes. Rather than using the plane called front, I'm really into using mate connectors just so that I can lock into the geometry that I want. So for example, let me select a mate connector, and let me grab a mate connector right in the middle of this cylinder. And I need to reorient it. I will click on the little mate connector symbol in the sketch plane field. And let's see, for the mate connector, we want to realign it. And so for the primary axis, let me select that plane called front. It was a little hidden in the back. And for the secondary one, let me select the plane called right. Now I have it oriented the way that I want. I can close, and let me hit the P shortcut to turn off some screen clutter. And then right mouse click and view normal to the sketch plane. And the main reason that I used a mate connector instead of the plane is just so that when I'm sketching this, I can get it to lock right in on the center of the cylinder. And then we're going to drag this out a distance, and it's going to be a value of 30 for the diameter. It is in blue, so we need to locate it. Let me dimension it here to, let me hit the keyboard shortcut P again because I'm going to need this plane. And let's change it. Oh, wow, almost got exact. 120. a height of 120. Let me rotate. I'm just going to try to drag the dimension. I just don't want it right on top of my mate connector. And so this is good for this sketch. And I'm a big fan of renaming stuff. And this will be the vertical cylinder hole sketch. I know I go a little bit overboard on the names, but it's okay. All right, let's hit the check mark to complete that. And then once again, we will create an extrude that removes material. Let's select the face that was just created and change the depth to through all. Add a second end position, change that to through all as well. And let's see, let's call this the vertical cylinder hole. And hit the check mark. And let's see, let's turn off the display of our section so we can see all of our geometry. The last thing that we need to do here, after I turn off the display of the primary planes, is to throw in some fillets. And so for the first fillet, let me grab this edge, and this is going to be a fillet radius of 25. And hit the, let's call it fillet 2. Yep. Oh yeah, there's already a fillet in the model. I'm not going to rename it. Let's just hit the check mark. And then throw in another fillet. Let me grab, say, this edge. And this is way too big in the preview. Let me change the value of this one right now to a value of 10. There, that looks better. And let's grab this one as well. And let's grab an edge here and grab that edge there. Didn't even have to rotate. And so there's all the edges that we want. We have the correct radius value and hit the check mark. And there we have it. There we have our geometry that we want. Let me pan everything over. And once again, we can turn on the display of our section view so that we can see the inside of the finished product. So there you have it. I hope you enjoy this part modeling example for yourself.